Wing It week, that is week 18, Friday, we're doing my wife's favorite dishes. We are Bengalis, so goat meat and hilsha or ilish mach are two of the most favorite dishes. So for any holidays, any occasions, any special things, not so special things, just a weekend, we prepare goat meat. So we prepare some goat meat. We went to a farm, we got this. This is fresh goat meat. This recipe I wanted to create where I don't have to do too much. The cooking is done on its own. I just set it up. It's slow and slow. And then to go with that, we'll have what we call a Basanti Pulao, or a yellow sweet pulao rice. For the meat, we have a pan and we need a lid to cover it. And I have a small hole here, so I am using a clove to close it. For this dish, what we will do is we'll put the meat. This is about 3 pounds of meat approximately. So we'll put it here. We have some pearl onions. These are frozen pearl onions. So we'll put these frozen pearl onions in here. We're not going to add any water to this. The water will come from the frozen onions and the meat itself. So there's no additional water in this. And then we will add some spices. So we have some cumin here. So I'll add about a tablespoon of cumin. Maybe a little more. Maybe I'll add 2 tablespoons of cumin. Again, this is winging, so I'm just trying to be, trying to do whatever my mind feels like. You want more spicy, less spicy, it's up to you. And then I have some coriander powder here. And I'll add the same quantity, so about 2 tablespoons. This is a little bit of turmeric powder, just for a little color. If you don't want to add it, that's fine. There's no hard and fast rule, there's no recipe to this. This is just what I am feeling at that point in time. So this is hot red peppers, or ground red peppers, about half a teaspoon maybe. If you want more heat, less heat, it's up to you. And then salt, a generous portion of salt. And this is mustard oil. If you want to add plain oil, that's fine. This gives a beautiful flavor to the meat. So we're going to add this. Be generous with this because there is no other liquid. So if you don't put enough oil, this will not cook. Generally, I would go with 2 tablespoons in at the most, but here I might go with maybe 3. And I'll just eyeball it. So it might be a little less, little more. Again, do however way you want to do it. So that's about 1 tablespoon. 2, 3. And then what we'll do is we'll mix this together very nicely so that all the spices get mixed in with the meat. We'll spread it out. Sure that the spices are well incorporated in the meat. The only other thing I will need is some ginger garlic paste, but I don't need it right now. I want to start off this, and the way that I want to cook this is low and slow. So we'll start off with the lowest position of the burner. Cover it and cook it without opening it, without touching it for 30 minutes. This is key because you want to bring the temperature up of the meat. Don't worry, it will come up. So don't get panicked, it's not heating up. Leave it 30 minutes. And then every 10 minutes or 10-15 minutes, we'll turn it. After the second 15 minutes, we will put in a little bit of garlic and ginger paste. And then we'll cook it till the meat is done. So again, every 10-15 minutes, we'll mix it together. And you'll see slowly the water will come out and it will cook the meat. The meat we are cooking is in steam. So we're building the steam up and then we are going to cook it in that steam. So that's the way we want to do this. So for that, we want to cover it. We'll put it in on the fire and start cooking it. While this is cooking, we'll cook the rice. So again, very simple, the straight way of cooking rice. We have some ghee. We'll heat up a pan and then cook the rice or fry the rice, saute the rice in ghee. But before that, what we want to do is we want to flavor it with some garam masala, as we call it. These are whole, so we have some cloves, some cinnamon, and some green cardamoms. And then before we start off, we'll also fry some raisins and some cashews. We'll also use a little bit of saffron for color. That's the yellow color that we want. We will also use a little bit of turmeric if we want to. It depends. I have 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water, and then this is sweet, so we'll add a little bit of sugar. So that's it, very simple. So let's start cooking. We started this cooking this at low, and we will just set the timer for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back after 30 minutes to mix it around. We're heating up this pan. We'll add ghee, so 2 tablespoons. And we'll let this come up to temperature. We don't want too hot for our cashews and raisins. We want to cook it slowly or fry it slowly. So the ghee has come up to temperature. We'll add the dry fruits. We just fry it for a few minutes just to give it just that tad bit color. So this is done. We just needed a little bit of color, and you can see that there is a little bit of color there. We'll take it out. So to this, we'll add the green cardamom, cloves, and cinnamon. I turned up the heat to medium. This is sweet pulao, so we'll add a little bit of sugar, and as the whole masalas cook, this will also brown a little bit. It will caramelize. And we'll add the rice. So 2 cups of small grain rice or short grain rice. So you want to fry it till it's translucent. We'll add some saffron, with just a pinch, just break it up. I like to add just a little bit of turmeric powder just to give it that color. You can always add food coloring, but as you know, I really don't put food coloring as avoid food coloring as much as possible. Not that there's nothing wrong with it, it's just another chemical that I don't want in my food. That's all it is. At this point, we'll add 4 cups of water. We'll let it come to a boil, cover it and cook it for 15 minutes. Cook for 30 minutes and then another 15 minutes. So we're going to add the ginger garlic paste. We'll mix this together. So you can see the amount of water that has come out from the onions and the goat meat. So this will cook in that juices or liquid for so you can see we mixed the ginger and garlic. There's a lot of liquid, you can see it has come out from the onion and the meat. So let this cook for another 15 minutes before we turn it, and we'll do this till this is fully cooked and literally falling off the bones. Goat meat and Basanti Pulao or yellow sweet pulao is ready. Hope you enjoyed the video. Simple, easy to make. Please do make it. Let us know how you like it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you next week.